Hey, welcome back to the Popcast. This is episode 51, and it is a review of the movie Supergirl, just out at theaters, fresh this week. And we got to thank you, the fans, or the people, the followers, for making episode 50, Disclosure Day, our number one most rated and viewed episode. So thank you.
Let's touch on one more thing, man. Because you said we would.
Okay.
The whole time, they have an alien.
Yes,
The movie is about getting the UFO footage out there. The whole time, they have an alien.
A live alien.
Who's like, what is that called when they're like willing to go along with something?
Complicit in the plot, complicit in the plan.
Right, it's like, yeah, I'm totally okay with this. So they could have just recorded him.
Well, two things. And we talked about this as soon as we went off the air on episode 50. They had an alien. They had a live alien. Oh, but our whole thing is going to be get these video clips, which could easily be faked by a nerd in his basement, a techie nerd in his basement, which is what the guy was. I mean, that's not going to fool nobody. I mean, if that's your number one thing, you know, you're going to have to jump through some hoops to get people to believe that.
Yeah, people will be, you know.
That's number one. Number two, yeah, you had a live alien. Lead with the alien.
Yeah.
And then people's going to believe the footage. But also the bad guys were chasing down and using everything at their disposal to get the guy with the disc, with the footage. Didn't care that the live alien was running around.
Yeah, that would have been a priority,
I think the live alien would have been the priority.
Yeah, so there's the finish of that.
So Disclosure Day, it's getting bashed for the most part. There's still some defenders of it. I don't recommend viewing that movie, but this movie, let's go to Supergirl.
We made it.
We made it to Supergirl. So what do you give it out of 10? Rating of 10. You're going to 5? This is Mr. the guy that's been hyping Supergirl. I was going to go 6 because I gave Disclosure Day a 5, and I would easily sit through Supergirl again.
Yeah, it was average.
I would never sit through.
It was worth it when she got in the outfit.
Yeah, I don't know why they waited so long. We don't want to go too far into it. I just want to throw out our number, and then I will leave you in suspense to watch the rest of this episode.
Actually, you know what? It's worth it to see her in the Supergirl outfit.
Yeah. I'm going to say 6.
I'm sticking with 5. I felt it was like average. I feel like, as an avid reader of the comic, I feel very disappointed.
All right.
With the color and whimsy left out from the film.
Color and whimsy.
Yeah.
Not enough whimsy.
The color,
for you?
the whimsy, in the heart, in the connection that Supergirl and Ruth have.
Yeah.
Is.
We'll be back. We'll be back with more on that. Right. But that's our ratings right there to tease you. So hit the like, subscribe, and share. Get that out of the way right now. Mm-hmm. Shout out to Tim Schnurr. I missed him yesterday. He stopped down at Soda Pops, downtown Sandusky, which this Popcast is loosely based on the true story of Soda Pops. He is the king of obscure comics. What did he throw out in the comments? I don't know. Go look at our Facebook preview for Supergirl. Oh, something about a super horse that had a crush on Supergirl.
Comment. It's in this one. Because he's a human that got cursed to be a horse.
Come on, man. What are we doing, though? We're just leading kids astray. We got a horse that's got a crush on Supergirl?
Because he's a human in a horse's body.
That can
it's
happen.
Like a werewolf.
Yeah, that's a tough situation.
Full horse.
It's a tough situation to live with.
Yeah.
Full-on horse.
Yeah, it's in this book.
All right.
We'll show a picture of it.
That'll be the comic of the day, probably. But other pop culture news. You showed me the trailer for the Batman animated...
Yeah, let's get into this here.
Let's get into it.
Batman fans, us included. What a delight it is to be right now. First of all, there's this new image going around.
From the Batman?
From the Batman Part 2, quite possibly. There's rumors going around, one, that he's going to have an over-the-shoulder cape in the Batman Part 2.
What does that mean?
Like, it'll go over his shoulders, so he's going to be more, like, in the cape. Oh, could you imagine? Could you imagine the silhouette on that, walking out of the shadows?
That'd be sweet.
But there's this image going around. Who's the guy? Sebastian Stan. Apparently, He's not playing Harvey Dent. He's playing Victor Zsasz.
Victor Zsasz?
Zsasz. You know him? You know Zsasz?
The
guy who marks himself when he kills.
Yeah.
Except he's wearing a Batman costume. And he has like a Tommy gun. So he's like impersonating Batman going around killing people.
That could be sweet. That could be sweet.
Seems to be, maybe he'll be like, a little opening villain or something.
I think you got to come back to him too at some point. Oh yeah, probably.
Maybe. But that's the new rumor for him.
See, I don't know why DC really wastes any time with anything else.
Yeah,
just have 2 or 3 Batmans,
and that's what they're doing.
And just rotate. Every year there's a Batman coming out.
Right. And that is what they're doing, though. It seems like because they're doing Batman Nightfall, the story
animated.
Introduction of Bane breaking Batman's back. That guy, Jean-Paul Valley, Azrael, gets that sweet Batman armor.
Yeah, I never liked that, though.
Oh, dude.
I never liked it.
See, that's just bad taste. That is so cool.
It's not Batman. I mean, that guy's just a Batman knockoff. He's Timu Batman trying to
That's the point, though. He, steps in and then just starts going over the top.
Yeah, I really liked the Nightfall storyline, but I didn't like what came after it.
The Night Quest.
Yeah.
But I think that's what they're doing is...
But yeah.
All 3, because they're doing a trilogy. Of animated movies.
That looks good.
Yeah, that looks sweet.
And then
Absolute Batman just announced today. Absolute, they're making it an animated series.
Absolutely.
Oh, that would be
When
sweet.
do you think that will come out?
I don't know. They just announced it.
Just announced that we're working on it.
Yeah, this is what we're doing.
This is in the works. That could be sweet because that's a different take on Batman.
And you have the comics there. That's so easy to do. This is what we're doing.
Would you just do the comics, or would you try and do something?
I think you would do the comics, but expand on them.
Yeah.
Each issue, so it has a 30-minute episode, and you can fill more in.
Yeah.
Than what you're able to do in the comics.
And then on this trailer for this movie we saw tonight, they had the Tom Cruise.
Dude, first of all, phenomenal trailer.
It's like
the build up to it was. I thought they were gonna. I was like, oh, are they about to just re-release all these Tom Cruise movies in the theaters? That's what I thought was happening.
They were advertising that.
Yeah, because it was a montage. First of all, that part's longer than the actual trailer for the movie.
Yeah, for sure.
It's like 3 minutes.
And of Tom Cruise highlights from various movies.
Yes, I was so excited.
It's like Tom Cruise in memorial or something.
Yeah, I know. I didn't know what was going on. And then it's revealed for Digger.
Which, got no idea what that's about.
Yeah, a comedy.
I don't even know what time era that was, because it was like he walked out into this big courtroom type thing.
Yeah, might be the future.
That could have been like, could have been the past or the future.
When they said Digger, I was like, is this a Dig Dug movie?
Dig Dug the movie.
But I don't know.
That's hitting rock bottom. So you got to scrape through a lot of video game movies to get to Dig Dug.
But that's what it reminded me of. That's what it looks like to me.
Yeah, I don't know. It says comedy of epic proportions.
Yeah. But the build-up for that trailer, phenomenal.
Yeah. That.
What an edit. What a Tom Cruise edit. That's all that was.
Yeah.
Oh,
and
man.
then, is there something else? Oh, you know what? I see the Brad Pitt one. What's that called? The Beast Within or something? He gets stranded. Him and his dog get stranded in Alaska. They have to walk their way out. You didn't see it?
No.
Have you heard about it?
No.
Oh, it's the next Brad Pitt movie. I think it's pretty cool. He's like a special forces guy, and the dog was his dog in the special forces, and they're just doing a wilderness trip in Alaska, but the plane crashes. They make it, just him and the dog make it out, and they gotta walk it out. They gotta hike it out. I think they get chased by a Sasquatch at some point.
Do you really?
No, I just made that part up.
I was gonna say
that would have made it epic. That would have made it epic.
Yeah. There was something else, but I forget.
That we saw tonight.
Maybe.
New Spider-Man trailer. It's pretty new. It was this week. It's definitely in between episode 50 and 51 for us.
Yeah. That's sweet.
That looks good. That definitely looks good.
Yeah, hopefully.
Yeah.
They're doing a lot in there.
What's the last movie that really knocked us out of the park?
Obsession.
Yeah, that was
where
good.
we were like, that was a sleeper.
Yeah, definitely a sleeper. If you haven't seen that, go see that. Right. That's definitely worth it. I would place that. I was more enthralled, obviously, than Disclosure Day and even this one tonight, Supergirl.
Yeah, I don't really.
And definitely Backrooms. out of the last 4 or 5 movies, definitely Obsession.
Yeah, that was good.
Is good because it's different. It's
creepy
in the realm of. You can go with that.
It's creepy and there's enough lore there to keep you
just
interested.
Enough lore. Yeah,
it's not over-explained. It's just like
they kind of hit the sweet spot with that,
right.
Which I want. That'll lead into some discussion of this movie tonight. That's a tricky thing. How much lore do you throw in?
Right.
George Lucas led the way with not that much lore.
Right.
I have too much lore. I'm over-explaining everything, and nobody wants the prequel.
Yeah, that's the rule in general.
Nobody wants to see how the bad guy became the bad guy. I don't know if they still are trying to do that at times, and I think there's enough history, there's enough of a track record that is not the way to go.
You know what I want to say? This is what I was thinking of. They show the Clayface trailer.
Yeah, yes.
It looks cool and all. Here's the thing. That means it's Superman, Supergirl, Clayface. That's how the DCU is starting. Superman, I understand. Supergirl, love her to death, but that's an odd choice for number 2. But not really because you have Superman, I get it.
Yeah.
Clayface is a wild card for 3, unless...
Is it really part of this universe, part of this build-up, though?
No one knows for sure, because people are saying it's in the Batman universe.
The Batman.
Yeah. Which... I like that because it doesn't seem like he's the Clayface goop monster. It seems like more horror.
Yeah.
But if you're going to do it in this universe, you got to introduce Batman in it. And I stick by the guns of doing, if you're going to put Batman in there, make him the villain. Make him terrifying. Like, this guy is just getting chased by him, and it is complete. He's a shadow, just the white eyes. You don't have to even... cast Batman. You don't have to show off the suit. It's just he's a shadow. He jumps down. It's a giant bat. Give him the long ears. He basically
creates the villain Clayface because these guys schizophrenic anyway, and he becomes terrorized.
He's completely freaking out. He makes one bad decision in Gotham. Next thing you know, a giant bat's falling from the sky, beating him up in an alleyway.
It would be definitely.
And it would be a horror movie. That's where the horror
from
comes
that
in.
Guy's perspective.
Yes, because it is his perspective.
Yeah.
So make it almost supernatural. I'm not even joking. You know what I mean?
From his point of view.
It's a giant creature. It's
like
not
it's Batman, but
could you imagine if we're sitting there and all of a sudden you get like a creepy little bat noise and then he like looks up and it's dropping down and it's just a shadow. It's just darkness with white eyes.
You can't see. Yeah, I always like that.
Long ears.
I like that in the comics when it's just the white eyes.
Yeah, peering at you.
Yeah. Like even when it's daylight, they never... I think it was Brayfogle was the artist that I liked that did that.
Yeah. That's probably the only redeeming...
It's going to be weird. I mean, they had to have learned from the debacle of the Spider-Man universe.
Yeah.
Mobius, Spider... What was it? Spider...
Yeah.
Adam Webb. And Craven.
Yeah.
And Venom even. I mean, we didn't see those.
No.
Did we see the first one?
No.
Didn't even see the first one.
Yeah, I think that's the only cool
thing.
That'd be the coolest thing you could do. Because that is then introducing Batman in this universe as well.
The thing is, Penguin, like the Penguin series came after the movie.
Right.
Penguin was introduced in a Batman movie and spun off. That's totally different.
And it's bridging that gap between Batman and Batman Part 2.
So that's different than we're just going to throw out a villain without Batman in it.
Right. And, so
and hope it goes.
That's what I'm saying. You have to have Batman in it. Especially...
Why wouldn't you? That's your number one thing.
I know.
That is your money printer, is Batman. Why would you incorporate anything to do with Batman and not put Batman?
Yeah, and like we're saying, you don't have to cast him.
You don't have to.
You don't have to show off the suit.
You just gotta be there.
Yeah.
You can't act like he's not in the universe.
Because that'd be so much cooler too. Because obviously everybody wants to see Batman, so you're just teasing him at that point in the best.
It's like the shark in Jaws.
Yeah.
You don't get to see him.
No. Just a fin here or there.
Just the shadow of the bat.
Oh.
I don't know. Why don't we have jobs?
Because we'd be making too much money.
It would be unsettling for people. What's all this? We got more money rolling in.
What are all these good ideas happening?
Stop it. That's enough.
We're going to put Batman in this movie, are you sure?
We're going to put Batman in a Batman movie? What are we talking about here?
We don't want it to be successful.
You two, out!
We don't want to make this much money. Could you imagine? I mean, people... Because there's going to be people that think it's stupid, rightfully so. But then, after opening weekend, people go, yeah, at one point he's running down an alley and Batman shows up.
But it's a Batman movie where you don't have to invest in Batman.
I know.
Like, they're trying to do those Spider-Man movies without Spider-Man. That just sounds stupid.
I know.
What were they thinking? Didn't they say that out loud at some point? Let's do Madam Web and not put Spider-Man in it.
Right. Let's do...
Nobody could have said that out loud ever for the 3 years leading up to that movie premiering. But you know what I mean? You get to do it and you don't have to budget it. You know what I mean? It's not Batman, but you just put enough Batman in there that it sells the film. You know?
Yeah.
Doesn't have to be Christian Bale. Doesn't have to be...
No, it's just a shadow figure. Yeah. It's just...
You don't have to...
It could just be some guy.
Yeah.
Oh, just wear these ears real quick, man.
You're just capitalizing on Batman, which is...
Yeah. Which is...
Why not? Why
it's
not?
Absolutely the right idea.
Yeah. All right, so what do we got for comics today?
All we're doing is this one.
Comic, all you need is this one.
This is Supergirl. Woman of Tomorrow.
Woman of Tomorrow.
This is what this movie was based off of.
How many... Was this originally issues?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think it was 7.
7-issue series. Supergirl, the Woman of Tomorrow.
And this is where it gets disappointing. Look how colorful that is in it. That's what I'm talking about, the color and whimsy.
Color and whimsy. There's not a lot of whimsy and color on that page.
You gotta keep scrolling, man. That's right at the beginning of her
Here,
role.
this is all brown, and it looks like she's stabbing somebody with a sword. Not a lot of whimsy, not a lot of color.
Give me that.
I know there's... I turned the page. There's some color and some whimsy.
No, you gotta go...
Oh, there's...
See, that's like the bus stop.
Oh, that's what some of the creatures...
That's like the cover of that.
So, yeah, let's talk about then just... You know more of the comparison.
Right. There's them on the green planet.
Yeah.
So she's obviously sick. And then you get to... Like, the dinosaurs start showing up and Supergirl's got to stop them right on time, obviously.
Not right on time. But, so you know...
That's the very end. But, like, see, this is the final planet that the fight happens on. Look at that.
Yeah, there's a lot of color there.
Or just on the back. The back is the planet.
That right there?
No. The front, my bad.
But,
it's like...
drop in the comments if you read the books and then saw the movie, what you think of the comparison from book to movie. Now, I never did read the comic, but my feeling of the movie was that I felt it was not necessarily a Supergirl story. I just felt that it was generic enough. You could have put Captain America, Iron Man, Batman, Superman, Supergirl, Spider-Man. It could have been for any superhero. The villains were sort of... they were generic. They were just NPCs.
Right.
And... the plot line was just, I gotta get the antidote to save my dog. Could have been any superhero doing anything, you know what I mean?
Right.
I don't think it was...
Fighting the dragon.
The movie, but I feel like the book, from what you were telling me...
Yeah, like, here's the thing with the movie. They don't build Supergirl and Ruth's relationship nearly enough. And...
Because that's supposed to be what it's about, really.
Right, but there's a moment in the comic right here. It's just something small, but it's Supergirl showing Ruth how to wash her hands, because Ruth never did that growing up.
Is Supergirl in here like the Supergirl in the movie?
Yeah.
She's a slob and
Yeah, she's a slob and she curses and whatnot. So and she is rude and angry a lot of the time. But with Ruth, she has this soft side, and that shows the real Supergirl. And then... she doesn't take the BS like Superman would. But there's these small moments. Again, here's another one. They kind of do this, but she just puts her body and takes bullets. I always like that one. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
because she knows she can handle it.
I don't think they really showed that.
It was with the motorcycle crashing over. It wasn't the bullets. But here's another moment. She's feeding this guy that got beat up by the brigands because he can't feed himself. Supergirl's feeding him. There's another moment in here where this old lady's digging all these graves. Yeah. And Supergirl shows up and digs all the graves for them. There's like the shit.
So, you know what? They did that more in dialogue, which, what is it in writing?
Show, don't tell.
Yes. And they flat out said it in dialogue. You have a good heart. I know you're a mean person. You don't always say the right things, but you have a good heart. And it would have went a longer way and been better to do it that way.
Right.
Because it's a video, it's a movie. But what was I going to say? Oh, we talked about it in the Predator movie, whatever, the Predator Badlands, where the movie, and it's probably deleted scenes. I have to think they filmed these other scenes, but they just cut them out. Because in Predator Badlands, we even said it in the thing, there's one conversation between these people, or robots, whatever they were in that movie, that's supposed to be the thing that, okay, we totally buy their relationship. They're bonded now. They had one 500-word conversation over a campfire in 5 minutes of the film, and now they're bonded, and whatever happens next, you buy it. But no, you need all these. If you go to the buddy movies, Lethal Weapon even, or E.T., it's a bunch of small moments where their relationship builds up. And it's the same thing here. They had one moment where they were getting ready for bed or something, and they had a little conversation, and Supergirl told her story. And that's it.
It's not enough.
No.
It's not enough. I think it's mostly because they were set on the dog has 3 days. So they couldn't...
In the comic?
No, in the comic it just goes. I think it goes over a course of a couple months, it seems like.
Is there a time component in the comic that they're worried about?
No.
Because they're not even looking for the antidote then.
Right. That's why Supergirl says she helps Ruth in the comic. But in reality, Supergirl just goes, I just had him taken to a yellow sun. I paid for him to go to a yellow sun.
So he'll be fine.
And he healed. And because Supergirl's motivation is seeing Ruth go on this quest of vengeance and being like, I can't let her go down that path because I was on that path. And I didn't handle it well.
See, this is what I don't understand, and there's a couple other things you mentioned too that makes it more layered and more complex. And the characters' motivations are more complex and more interesting.
Even that motivation, Supergirl being like, I'm trying to do this for you, shows Supergirl's character more than I'm doing this for my dog. When it's revealed at the very end of the comic book where she's like, no, he's fine. He's been fine. I did this for you.
But see, then that's also, again, you don't even need the whole dialogue of you have a good heart. She would, I mean, I didn't read it, but I can tell you that she's seeing herself as a young child. She doesn't want that child to get ruined like she's been ruined, right?
Right.
Why can't we do that in the movie?
Yeah.
Because now those things now make it less generic. Like I said, could have been anybody. The villains were uninteresting for the most part. They're pirates, brigands, whatever. There's nothing really in there that only Supergirl could have solved, I feel like.
Yeah, and the Krypton thing is another one. And Ruth does fight him. This was another good moment. Obviously, Ruth and Krem do face off. And there is this moment. I mean, they do that pretty much in the movie Supergirl. And Supergirl says, like, no, I still dream of Krypton. But there is all this little stuff here. It's disappointing. It's disappointing.
In that regard.
And I think there is so much. There is so much here. And there's so much more, again, color. There's a moment in the movie, full spoilers, I guess, at this point.
Yeah, I mean, we're full on spoilers.
There's a moment in the movie where Supergirl flies up into space and screams. In the comic book, she flies into a sun and screams. And that imagery is... I mean, this is the image before she screams. She's trying to calm herself down. But it's like there's a lot more color in that moment. You know, and that's what I feel like. This felt like generic Guardians of the Galaxy Go figure. And it's just like, it's the crummy side of space, you know, and it's like, I don't care for that. I'd rather see this side of space, the colorful, the whimsy, it's over-the-top colors. Especially if it's Supergirl, that gives more Supergirl.
Yeah. And it's Supergirl in this... See, maybe they're just trying to draw a contrast between, in this universe, Supergirl and Superman, where Superman was the bright colors, the positive spin,
right,
kind of all that stuff, and they didn't want that same look and feel for Supergirl.
Maybe, yeah.
But I feel like if it's that universe, just like Batman, I feel like if you do Batman in this universe, it's got to be the blue and the gray.
Yeah. And that would just set it apart from the Batman version.
Yeah.
But the Krypton stuff as well was very underutilized. Because that's a huge part of why Supergirl is the way Supergirl is compared to Superman. Because she did grow up there.
Yeah.
In the book, it's when they found out that kryptonite was radiating through the ground, they tried to build these shields on the floor, like raise the floor above it. So I think it was lead. And so they were working, but people started dying. But Supergirl, she worked 80 hours straight. She didn't stop hammering in the thing. And it was like, when she got tired, she hit her own leg. She like broke her own leg to wake back up and kept going. And it's like, there shows her grit as a character.
And then that shows her, that's
her dedication to trying to save everybody.
And she couldn't in the end. So you're right, that becomes more of a... They did not show any of that. She was just along for the ride.
Yeah.
She didn't pitch in, you know what I mean? Yeah, anything you're saying there was no notion that she pitched in. She lost her parents or whatever, you know, she got launched off. I thought that was a good story, whatever.
Yeah.
You know, I didn't really know that she was on that little part of Krypton that they saved. But that would have gone a long way again for character development.
Yeah, and it's because people were getting sick, and it was like she just couldn't stop, and that's her grit. Is like, there's more in this when Krypto gets shot with the arrow. Those guys start shooting her with arrows and stuff because
she has to she's trying to just keep going.
Yeah, because she's angry at them, and so she's got like her chest is full of arrows, and she does.
See, how?
And that's what she says. Do you know who I am? Like, you're using swords and arrows against me. I don't give a F about swords and arrows. Like, she's yelling it. See, she gets shot, and she is on the red sun, so it does like sink into her, but she just keeps going. You know, they just keep shooting her.
Because you see that
and they start stabbing her and everything, and so she's got this bleeding chest, and it's just like she's angry, and she just kept going. It doesn't matter that.
Which, if you see the episode on Argo, the way they present it there, that's the name of the Krypton planet, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah.
So why don't they do that? Because that's so much more interesting. It's so much more storytelling.
Yeah.
And I don't feel like, again, you don't need to explain and over-explain it. You can fit it in there.
Yeah, there's a lot. I mean...
You could have easily fit in... Like, they really went into the... They spent maybe 10 minutes on that, her flashback.
Yeah.
And it was just family time and, you know what I mean?
Yeah, if you had her working like she was...
Yeah.
It would be...
Start with, we made it, this is going to be great. Oh, people are sick. The only way we can do it is to
build this lead shield.
Whatever, and have her, show her falling asleep and dying, because she was... Yeah, and
there's... I don't know. There's another one. Ruth says, because she's losing hope. It's too big, we're too small. And Supergirl just holds her because Ruth has lost hope in humanity in general. And it's like, I think that line's great. It's too big, we're too small. But Supergirl was like, no, we're not. We're going to stick through this together. Supergirl doesn't ever fly with Ruth because Ruth is scared of flying. So she never puts Ruth on her back to fly until it's like needed.
Yeah, they have.
And Ruth says, and like obviously you get Ruth's inner dialogue in the book, and she's like, you know, this whole time, Ruth is saying this whole time, Supergirl could have been just flying from planet to planet,
Yeah.
Without any care and flying around the planet to get all the information. But she would walk with Ruth, or she would take the bus with Ruth. Until it was needed, and even then she goes, all right, you were just, like, I can crush a star with my hands. I'm not going to let go of you. Just, you don't have to be scared if we fly. And that's when they start flying together. But Supergirl pushes it off and pushes it off and pushes it off.
See, why even just that little bit? I don't know that that's going to take up a lot of extra film time, and if it did, I think there's a couple generic fight scenes that you could have dialed back on by 30 seconds.
Yeah.
Or 45 seconds to fit that little piece of character development in.
Right. Because at the end of the day, it's more about them.
Or it should be, because that's what's going to make you want to see the next movie.
Right.
There's nothing in there that... I mean, I would go to the next Supergirl movie, but there's nothing in there that's really compelling me to.
Yeah.
I'm not in love with the characters.
Yeah.
I'm not going through the battles with them like Indiana Jones, The Goonies. I'm not invested in the character. It's just, like I said, it's just a generic superhero movie. Now I think the actors all did a fine job.
Yeah, you're just missing the heart of what the book was, and I think the color. I was complaining. There's a moment where they're riding the bus, and these other pirates come up, the tech pirates, and that felt so Guardians of the Galaxy. Their
it even looks
design,
a little it looks Guardians of the Galaxy.
And in the comic book, it's a giant space dragon that Supergirl has to go out and face.
Now that'd be something.
That would be a lot cooler. You know what I mean? Then, because they're already facing brigands, and it's just
which are basically pirates.
Yeah, it's just there's no variety here. Oh, space dragon.
That's variety.
Yeah, and Supergirl goes out there and fights it. Yeah, you're missing a lot of good lines from the book as well. Like I said.
I don't know.
It just wasn't unique enough. It wasn't...
Yeah, it just
especially when you have this as the source material. Like, this is the one they obviously based it off of. Even something like the sword. In the movie, her dad made it. In the comic book, for whatever reason, Krem stabs her father with it and leaves it in his body. And Ruth finds the body and takes the sword. And she's like, this is the weapon I'm going to use to kill him. So I don't know. That's more interesting than my father made a sword and it was just lying around the house in the aftermath, so I took it.
Which the whole point of them coming to the house to kill the family was to steal the swords.
Right, so it's just...
And they left a sword for her to have, so I didn't understand that right from the get-go.
Yeah. Yeah, it's there's a lot of small moments in the book that I think...
That I think you could fit into the movie.
Right.
It was an hour, I think it was an hour and 48 minutes.
Yeah, it wasn't long.
It wasn't long. It didn't
feel too long.
No, one or two times I was kind of like, what are we doing? Where are we going?
Yeah.
But it was just kind of generic scene after generic scene. Like I said, could have been, you know what I mean? There's nothing really unique. Lobo,
whatever.
Yeah, he was cool, but I don't think they took advantage of his character.
No, that could have been just a guy.
Could have been just been a tough guy.
Right. Yeah.
I mean, even in the prison, they were got into prison. Him and Ruthie were in different cells in the same prison at some point. She's the one that got him out.
Right.
And then he just took off. Yeah, could have been anybody. Didn't. It was a generic script.
Yeah.
Is Lobo in that?
No.
So they just interjected him. But could have been anybody. Could have been just a tough guy. Could have been the Hulk. Could have been
right.
Anybody.
It just, and again, it's coming back to the fact that you have this as the source material. You know, and you were writing a script because you thought this was a book.
Right. And you missed what it was about.
Yes, you missed the key moments. The washing hands, the Supergirl digging all those graves for somebody, because that's like what the brigands do. They were planet hopping, just killing a bunch of people. And so as they were tracking them, Supergirl would dig the graves because she's like, well, I can do it in a second. You know?
Yeah.
And the Krypton thing, again, is there it is. show her the last person working on the shield because everybody else died or got sick or just got tired of doing it. And she's hitting herself with the hammer to stay awake so she can keep working, even though everybody else already gave up.
Yeah, that shows she's invested in it. And that's why she's so angry.
Right.
She failed and she worked so hard. You don't get any of that. She's just an innocent bystander that gets saved.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, I don't know that makes you that angry. It might be like, gosh, my parents sure were nice. Sent me away.
Yeah. Yeah. And I felt like you missed a lot of her character in it as well. Again, you had that one conversation, but I never felt it. Like, throughout this book, she does say, like, I still dream of Krypton. And she reveals it little by little to Ruth as well. She talks about how there was a tree out the window.
Yeah, but when you're only narrowing down your character bonding or character development to one 5-minute conversation,
you gotta skip.
You either gotta skip stuff or you just have to say it all right then. You can't draw it out into little pieces.
Right.
In all the other movies we saw through the 80s and 90s that were great movies, I don't know why they skimp on this stuff.
Yeah.
Because that, in the end, it's not the CGI. I mean, how do they not know this? It's not the CGI. Yeah, it's not why anybody's going to the movies anymore. There was a time when CGI was new and you're like, oh, I want to see the graphics. I want to see what it looks like. That's not the case anymore.
No.
You got to have a story about characters that brings out the characters that makes Supergirl different from Superman. I mean, really, it's just that she's a slob.
Yeah, and in this, it's, yeah, she's...
In this, yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, but in the comic you get all the... Well, that's why she's a slob. She's just
that's
angry.
Why she's, yeah, that's why she's angry.
Like I said, she flies into a sun to scream, and it, like, starts to...
quiver.
Or whatever it does, and it's like... In this one, she just flies out into space, and it's whatever. But when you fly into a sun to scream...
Right, why wouldn't they do that?
I know. Again, because the imagery would be crazy as well.
Yeah. To really show... To separate it from... Because no other character can go into the sun and scream.
Right. And it also shows that she needs the release of her emotion. Like, Superman never...
Nah, never gets anywhere to that.
No. And if he is angry, he, like, yells, but he's...
Yeah.
It's clearly he's able to restrain himself. And Supergirl isn't because she's just like, I need to go and do that.
Why wouldn't they have her just fly into the sun and scream?
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. You missed what this book was. And this is a great...
But you know what I mean? No other character can fly in... Iron Man could fly into space and scream. Superman could fly... I mean,
yeah, anybody could go into space that could fly.
But not all of them could fly into the sun and scream.
Into the literal sun.
And you know, if your whole thing is, let's make these CGI landscapes fly into the sun, that's something different. Hasn't been done yet.
Yeah. It's crazy. Yeah, you just missed a lot of the key moments of the book, which is a shame. She hears that where she's out there with all these people, and she's hammered less people. She's the last one. So she worked alone, what it says.
I see what you're saying.
She slammed her hammer into her thigh, breaking the skin. The snap of pain woke her enough, and she gathered some more lead, because they're making these lead shields. And then she was the last one working. Yeah, it didn't matter. The shield broke.
That's tragic. That would make you angry.
Especially when you're the only one working on it, man. Only one working on it anymore.
Yeah, shame. Missed opportunity. I mean, I thought she did a fine job acting. The little girl, Ruthie, I don't know that she did anything great. She was just kind of just scenery.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
She was just a generic victim child.
Yeah, they missed the mark.
But
you had... That's what I don't get.
That's what I... Yeah.
You could sit there and go, yeah, we can't do this.
But in this day and age, I mean, that used to be the case. Oh, yeah, we can't do a Superman movie because we can't figure out how to make flying look real. You know what I mean? That's not an excuse anymore. You can literally do anything.
Yeah, I mean, like,
Story-wise, yeah.
Okay, let's not waste our time with this issue, but okay, we know we need to do the washing hands thing.
You gotta do the washing hands thing.
We know we need the moment with the lead, where she's making the lead shield.
It seems like you would, because that is the reason. That's like Rocky hitting the meat. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it is exactly that. It's very unique. And again, it shows how dedicated she was to Krypton compared to Superman, who.
But he was breaking the ribs. Paulie's like, "Oh, you stop it! You're hitting it too hard. You're breaking the ribs." And then what happens in the fight? He goes to the body and breaks. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You're telling the story. That's his unique. That's what he does. That's his unique thing. That's his unique training. And that's his unique way of boxing to the body. That's that, and you don't have it. So it can be anybody. You aren't making the character Supergirl.
Right.
Could have been missed opportunity.
Yeah, you should have opened up. I don't know. Yeah, her being on Krypton and putting the work on Krypton is why she's angry. It's not Superman who. I feel like these filmmakers are stuck on CGI. We need giant fights on weird planets, and you know what I mean? Even the fight scenes, the last one when the stuff started falling off the ship, that started to get interesting. Yeah. But that's the problem with Superman or Supergirl as well, is nobody's going to beat these people. I think they were doing it enough, though, where she was weak for whatever reason.
I will give them credit for that. And they did it well in the Superman movie. They're not overpowering.
Right.
Supergirl was more overpowering than Superman was. Because at times she just starts flying around beating everybody.
Yeah.
But she doesn't have that ability all the time.
Yeah, they found ways to Red Sun or Kryptonite Bolt or she's poisoned or whatever.
So that was good. I mean, it was a decent movie. It was a solid 6. Or a solid 5.
Yeah, that's what I mean. It was there's nothing.
I could sit through it again. I don't know that I'd want to. Disclosure Day. I'd never sit through that again. 1 second of that thing ever again.
Yeah, it was bad.
It was bad. I mean, if you're a Supergirl fan, definitely go see it.
Yeah.
I think the thing is just anymore, just don't get your hopes up because you're just going to make it worse for you.
Yeah. Yeah,
I don't know why they can't make a good movie.
I don't know why they can't just be like, dude, here's the book.
You got the book.
Make that a movie. They do that with, like, Stephen King stuff, too. Like The Stand, when they made that show. I watched the first episode, I was like, how hard is it, guys? You know what I mean? Just do what the book did. Why are we changing stuff?
The book? Yeah.
Why are we changing the order of events and everything? It's like the book is there. The book is successful.
Love the book. Yeah, it's successful.
It's a #1 New York Times bestseller. It's maybe if we just copy that 1 for 1.
Maybe. This is obviously it has to be very well received.
Oh yeah, people love it. They hate the guy who wrote it. This is his gem.
They hate the guy who wrote it. Who wrote it?
Tom King. He did a horrible Batman run where Batman abused. I think that was him. Batman abused Dick Grayson. Jesus. And that was like his thing and everything.
How do you get another job after that?
This is people say this is the reason because this was so good. They were like, maybe lightning will strike twice. So they keep giving him. Yeah.
I thought Crypto did a good job.
Yeah,
how much do you think he's a real dog?
None of it. I don't think he's...
None?
No. There's no way. Maybe when he's lying there. Yeah,
I'll say.
There.
I mean, obviously, if he's always CGI, he's obviously a lot of the time CGI.
Yeah.
But they had to invest more in it. Like, even the CGI animals in Disclosure Day were horrible. Looked like a video game.
Yeah,
they weren't fooling nobody.
Yeah,
weren't fooling nobody.
Maybe that's where all their budget went for this movie. Because there's no way they gave it as much budget as Superman, obviously.
That'd be interesting to know. Yeah, Superman, I feel, was much bigger production.
Yeah, because it's Superman. I mean, I'll give it a credit. See, there's a giant space dragon I'm talking about.
Giant space dragon. All right, let us know your thoughts, especially if you have read the comic and compare it to the movie. Let us know what you think. We'd love to hear your opinion. In the meantime, like, subscribe, and share. What's next?
The Odyssey, I believe.
The Odyssey, I believe.
It's the Odyssey or Spider-Man. I think it's the Odyssey then Spider-Man.
I think it's Odyssey then Spider-Man, yeah. So that's two big good ones. They look good. They look good on the trailer. Not getting my hopes up for either one. Just going to stay level-headed.
My fear is the Odyssey is only doing the Cyclops for all the mythical monsters, you know?
No, dude, they got them giants in there. Seems like there's at least another giant. Seems like there's giants that are like maybe 8 to 10 feet tall. Then there was that big one reaching over the
I think
trees.
that was just a Cyclops.
You think that was a Cyclops?
I think it was him chasing them out of the cave.
Maybe. A Cyclops isn't that big though, is he?
Yeah, I think he is. He's huge.
Huh? We're going to find out.
We'll
Sinbad and the Eye of the Tiger. We'll see if some of you guys know what I'm talking about. Sinbad and the Eye of the Tiger, 1977, I think. Great movie. Has the best Cyclops.
You know, some of these people
in cinema.
Some of these people are going to be on a generational run as well. Zendaya's in Odyssey, Spider-Man, and Dune 3. Robert Pattinson's in Odyssey and Dune 3 as well.
And Spider-Man is in.
Oh yeah, he's in the Odyssey. Wow.
Yeah, that's it.
I mean,
that's
like good for them. They're eating up.
That's almost like the second coming of the Rat Pack, but doing adventure fantasy movies instead of
teen drama.
Yeah, teen drama.
Whatever's going on, John Hughes, teen drama.
Huh, that's interesting.
Yeah.
How old do you think all them people are, though?
30 plus.
How old's Millie Alcock? Or whatever her name is.
25, maybe? I don't know. House of the Dragon came out, though.
That was alright. It was alright. First episode. They come out episodically.
Yeah, episodically. I don't know. We'll see. It's no Game of Thrones.
Nah, you're never.
My goodness.
Never gonna have that again.
A Game of Thrones season 4.
Never gonna have that again. That's the problem. That's the problem with superhero movies right now. People are still feeling that nostalgia to have that feeling of Avengers or Marvel Universe. And then you're never gonna have it.
Yeah, especially if you're doing Clayface as your third movie. Yeah, what are we doing, guys? Yeah, Batman. That's always baffling to me.
Just do Batman. Batman.
Superman, Batman, Wonder Woman. Those have been the first 3 movies.
What are you doing?
It's like, how hard was that, guys? I think a Green Lantern show is a good idea. I don't think he's a big enough budget character to do a movie. I like that they're doing the show.
As a show, yeah.
And that show looks good enough, you know.
Is it live action?
Yeah. You haven't seen the trailer for that?
I haven't seen the trailer for that.
Oh, it looks pretty legit. It looks sweet. Aquaman, I wouldn't even worry about.
Yeah, you ain't fooling nobody with Aquaman.
Yeah.
The best Aquaman adaptation is in The Boys.
Yeah,
he gets treated appropriately because he's the whipping boy in that. He's just a pud. Everybody thinks he's a pud. I mean, he's what everybody thinks Aquaman. In the real world, that's how we all view Aquaman.
Yeah,
and you're trying to make Aquaman movies. Yeah. Come on, Aquaman was an accident.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
They needed a filler.
Yeah, they were like, oh, Superman, Batman, Waterman, no, Aquaman. Yeah, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
he's never been respectable,
and he has such a clown outfit too.
He does have a clown outfit.
Like at least these other guys, it's like, oh.
So just stop with Aquaman. Just pretend.
Yeah, he doesn't need to be in it.
Justice League or nothing.
Or if you wanted to introduce him to Justice League to kill him.
Yeah, just to have somebody to kill.
Yeah.
I don't even know that I would do that. You're just debasing your franchise, I think. And you put Aquaman in. You might as well put Space Ghost in the movie, man. Come on. Or the Wonder Twins and Chim Chim, or whatever the monkey's name was. What was it? Bleep or Gleek?
You know what you need to do is Batmite.
I think Batmite's got some potential for character development that Aquaman does not.
Yeah. Who knows?
Who knows? All right. Well, thanks for watching. That's our take on Supergirl.
We'll be back.
Go out and watch it. Yeah, it's worth a watch. And let us know what you think.
Yeah, it's not horrible, guys.
No, it's definitely not horrible. I think it's getting ripped unfairly.
Yeah, there's no reason. There's like nothing in here where I was like, oh, bro.
Yeah,
good grief.
No, there was nothing.
Or like a huge plot hole or anything. I think Crypto's the biggest plot hole because again, you could just fly him to Yellow Sun planet.
I think they're just going with it. Doesn't work that way.
Yeah, I know.
Which
again, really, it would have been more interesting
to have these other. Yeah, I don't know why it's getting ripped. We're just in a thing where it's like you have to hate it or you have to love it. You're not allowed to give it a 5 or a 6.
Right, you have to be. Yeah.
But I'm giving it a 6.
I'm giving it a 5. I'll give it a 6 too because she's cute.
She's worth it. Yeah, she's
cute in the outfit.
There you go. That is the other thing I thought too was Supergirl movie. I want to see Supergirl in the Supergirl outfit.
Yeah, like in the comic, she wears it under that trench coat.
Yeah, which is kind of cool.
Yeah. Yeah, I know she doesn't wear it. It's weird that she just, and it kind of is a convenience the way she gets it. Oh, I found the ship and it was on there.
See, that was one part where I was like, she said, "Oh, I found it," but you never were apart from her to go find it. There was no time for you to go.
Yeah,
find
and also
it.
You wouldn't think to grab. I just feel like you wouldn't be thinking to grab that because you didn't develop the relationship. Again,
yeah,
it would have been cooler if she was just wearing it under the trench coat the whole time.
Yeah, that's a nitpick.
Yeah, it is.
But it would have been cool. All right. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.